Welcome back, everybody. Today, again, we've got Dan LeRose with us, property claims manager and former field adjuster for a major insurance company in the United States. And he's been asked and answered a series of questions in this series. And so we're going to go on to the next question, Dan, which is in the claims process. Claims process on a large loss is a very stressful situation. Could be stressful, I suppose, for everybody involved. For the claims adjuster, it's his job. This is what they do. They deal with all kinds of people, but they settle a lot of claims throughout the year. So it's a job for them. But for the insured and the claimant, this is a brand new, unique, possibly life-changing experience which can bring out the raw emotions in people. Could be anything from sadness to outright anger. Hey, my insurance company's trying to screw me to the wall, so they get angry. So as a claims adjuster, how do you handle people when emotions start to become involved and you're trying, and it could really bring the claims process to a complete halt, I suppose. How do you as an adjuster keep it moving forward, try to keep these emotions in check so that you can make progress on settling the claim?
Well, I think one of the important things to consider for an adjuster is as they schedule their day and make their appointments, if they know they have a large fire loss, make sure you allow yourself enough time, maybe even more time than you actually need, to be on site at the loss site. Because you may go in thinking, well, this is going to take me an hour. Well, as you mentioned, the first 20 minutes to a half hour is an insured either very upset and emotional or very angry. And in those situations, you want to just listen to them. You want to allow them to vent, realize that it's not personal. They're dealing with a traumatic situation, and listen to them. Allow them to vent and explain their frustration. So if you don't allow yourself enough time initially, you're going to rush out of there, and you're not going to give yourself enough time to really evaluate the damage. So that's the first thing. Give yourself some extra time to be there. I think that we have to show compassion as adjusters. We have to be able to listen, and we have to let insureds vent and realize that it's not up to, we're not going to take it personal. And rather getting into a confrontation initially on a particular item, or what are you going to do here, what are you going to do there, we've always told our insureds, look, let us put together your claim. Let us evaluate the damage, and let us give you the big picture. And sometimes concerns that people have about a particular item kind of dissolve away when they see the bigger picture and how much you're allowing them for their loss.
What happens if you get into a situation? I know in my business I deal with folks when I go in and inventory their personal property, and they show me antiques that they've got sitting around their home that are family heirlooms. They're just antiques by nature of their age, but not by nature of their value. And when you get these kind of situations, especially family heirlooms in a large loss situation, where the insured thinks these are worth a lot of money, when in fact the actual cash value is relatively little, which is what the insurance company is gonna pay on that. How do you handle a claimant that thinks you should be paying them a whole lot more for their family heirlooms than what you're offering?
That's a very difficult situation to address, because at that time people are emotional, as you say. The item is part of the family history. We try to be as fair as we can in terms of looking at the item and what would it cost to, maybe can we refinish it or repair it as opposed to having to replace it. If it's totally gone, we try to be fair in establishing a value, and if they're still unhappy with it, we encourage them to seek out their own estimate of what the item is worth. And a lot of times what happens is, once they go to a professional outside of the insurance side of things, they realize that, yes, although there's a lot of emotional attachment and value emotionally, that from a value standpoint, a dollars and cents standpoint, maybe the insurance company wasn't that far off, you know. So sometimes getting that outside expert opinion helps them realize that there's only so much that they're going to be able to recover for a particular item.
Dan, once again, great information. We sure appreciate your input, and we look forward to the next series.
Thank you.